Hey guys, we're gonna do one of our favorite recipes of all time at the store. Our staff just love this. It's smoked onion dip. It's very easy to do. It's a lot of fun. It's a little bit something different to use on your smoker grill. Today we're using our big green egg, and we're gonna be using big green egg cherry wood chips. So follow along. It's really easy, like I said, and it's a great recipe. Going, our next step is to start soaking our wood chips. So what I've got are some big green egg wood chips, and these ones are cherry flavored, or they should be not cherry flavored, they're cherry wood, so they give a kind of fruity cherry flavor to any meat, or in our case onions, that you're smoking. So it's gonna be a nice sweet smoke, which I enjoy. It'll be good with onions because the onions naturally have a lot of sugar in them, which will caramelize a little bit also on the grill. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a couple big handfuls in there. I never really measure out in cups. I always just kind of measure out in handfuls. So there's like 2 or 3 big handfuls in there. And then what I've done is there's just a halfway full of water, and I'm just going to press them down so that they're all wet. And I'm going to leave them in this bowl for at least a half hour to get them nice and soaked. That way they don't burn up so fast. They kind of just smolder and give off more smoke. So I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to go check on the grill. So what we're gonna do to start this onion dip is we're going to chop up some onions. What I do is I just kind of quarter them. I make it as simple as possible. I don't really like cutting onions. I'm definitely one of those people who cries. So let's get going with this. I'm just gonna chop the tops off, chop the bottom off, cut them in half. Peel them really quick. I would use a sharper knife in this one. This one is no good. I don't know why I grabbed it, but all I gotta do is cut them in quarters. So once I've done the rest of this bag, I'm gonna show you the next step. Alright, just to pause, definitely tearing up. You're not the only one out there. It never gets any easier. Alright, now that we have them all cut up, I'm going to put them on a little pan. And what I have is a big green egg vegetable grill pan. If you don't have something like this, you can definitely either use a cookie sheet, or not a really cookie sheet, but a cookie or baking cooling rack. That's what I'm trying to find. Cooling rack, anything with some good airflow and holes in it so that you can get the smoke all over the onion and not just on the tops. So I sprayed this with a little bit of Pam or non-stick spray, and I'm just going to put them on here. hopefully the tears are over with, because now we've got them on here, and we're gonna put them on the grill. We've got it going already, and we've got the smoke rolling. So let's go put them on. Now we're outside. We got the grill going. We have a big green egg going at 400 degrees, and which is a really great temperature because when you throw those chips that are full of moisture on those hot coals, it's really going to cool it down to about 300, 350. So it's going to be a really good temperature to cook these and smoke these onions at. It's going to cook them through so that they're nice and soft, but it's also going to caramelize them, and it's going to give a nice dark smoke to them. So you'll see it when we pull them off. What I'm going to do is it's going to happen really fast, so I'm just going to explain it to you before I do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get this grill open. I'm going to throw those wood chips on there, try to drain them as best as I can to have less water, and then as soon as I got the wood chips on, I'm going to put the indirect plate setter in there, and then I'm going to put the grill grate and onions on top of that, and then close it up. And we'll see the smoke rolling out of the top of it almost instantly. Sometimes if you don't go fast enough, you get an assault of smoke in your eyeballs, and you just won't recover from that for a while. So I'm going to try to avoid that by going as fast as I can. So here, we're going to try it out, see how it goes. Wood chips. I'm just going to sprinkle these so they're nice and even on the hot coals. As you can see, there's smoke already coming out, so want to do this with a glove, preferably at least one. As you can tell, lots of smoke already going. That's perfect. I'm going to put that on. I'm going to close it up. Get it at the right setting that we need it at, and then we're going to come back in about 45 minutes, and these are going to be perfectly golden and smoky and delicious. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay, let's see how these onions turned out. I think they're going to be hopefully golden and smoky and just nice and soft, so that they'll be ready to blend in with the dip. So let's check them out. Let's see. Yes, those are perfect. They could be a little bit softer yet, so maybe I'll let them go for another 10 minutes or so. But those are looking perfect. That's exactly what you want to see. All that golden color and kind of spotting on there. That means they got a nice smoked lump. Okay, let's have it all come together now. We've got our smoked onions, and we've got all of our other ingredients and our food processor. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to load up the smoked onions. And if they look a little burnt, that's totally fine. They're going to be that much better. Don't be afraid of the char. I feel like I've said that in a few videos, and I'm not sure if it's an excuse or it's the truth, but I'm gonna go with the truth. I think a little char doesn't hurt. All right. We're gonna process this. Oh, just a couple pauses. Okay, So we've got 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire, however you say that. And then you can use sugar, but I'm using honey. I'm doing a couple tablespoons of honey. I just thought that might go well with the cherry wood smoke. And then I have a tablespoon of salt. And then I'm going to do about the same amount of pepper. Just eyeballing it. Doesn't need to be perfect. So then I do half mayo. Let's make sure we can get it all in here. And I do half sour cream, so this is just 1 full container, so it's 2 cups of each. That's what I'm doing today. All right, just barely got it all in there. Now we're gonna lid on. Whoops. All right. I got a little tablespoon, and I'm just gonna give it a quick taste. See if we have enough salt, enough sugar in there. Yeah, I think that tastes perfect. Let's go and plate this up and put some chips around it. And, you know, whatever else we can find to dip in it. So we've got everything blended together. I've put it in a little dip bowl and made a little platter. I chose ripple chips, but honestly, you can use this stuff on anything. It is phenomenal on burgers, brats. Honestly, you could put it on just about anything. You know, maybe frosted cake in it. And let me know how that goes in the comments. But try it on everything. It's so good. It's so easy to make. This is one of staff favorites recipes of all time. And you know, here's the secret. There's really no secret. You can really adapt to it to anything you want. If you want to try some different smoky chips or different pellets for your pellet grill, this would be a great recipe on a pellet grill. It's a great recipe for that because you're going to taste the difference between the wood chips and the different kind of wood pellets. Like I used cherry today, but I've definitely used whiskey barrel, and I've used hickory, which gives it a really, really smoky flavor. Sometimes it's overpowering for some, and other people love it. So really refine this recipe to your own palate. Yeah, I don't know. I just love this recipe. I'm really glad that we got to share it. I know Dan on the radio talks about it all the time. He is a huge fan. So if you listen to Dan, you know what I'm talking about. I finally got this recipe video together for him mostly. So you're welcome, Dan. If you want to find the printed copy of this recipe, you can go to shopdegroods.com and click on the recipes button. Otherwise, watch some of our other videos on YouTube or follow us on Instagram or Facebook and see what we're up to. So thanks for following along. See ya.